Entrez-vous, madame. Welcome to our fabulous show.
Everyone, it is Lynette Janik, aka Luxury with Lynette, and I am with Everything Luxury, Miss Perla Lichi. So today we're sitting here with the talented, extraordinary, and when I say extraordinary, I mean anything but ordinary, Perla Lichi. And we're going to go not just learn about all the beautiful, gorgeous, glamorous things you create, but we're going to go a little deeper and go beyond the surface and learn a little bit more about Perla and what makes her tick, the heart, the passion, and all the grit that went into the industry and the 40 years of what goes behind what she's created, this empire, what I'd like to say. So without further ado, I'm going to welcome Perla Lichi.
Hello. Wait, did you say 40 years?
I think that's what I said.
Yeah, we're in counting, and I'm loving every minute of it. So.
And you look gorgeous.
Oh,
You're
I love
fascinating.
You look fabulous.
You're fascinating. You're fascinating to me. So that's really where I'm going to start with my first question.
There you go.
So you're very well known, Perla. By many people know who you are. But for those of you who don't know you, tell us a little bit about who is Perla.
I'm just me. No, I'm teasing. Well, I mean, what can I say? I love what I do. I'm passionate about what I do. I love design. I love anything art related. I just follow my heart, my intuition. I just go with the flow. That, you know what? That's who Perla is. People don't know Perla until they meet her. And what did you think when you met me? How about that?
I know, yes. And that's actually one of my questions. I find it fascinating how down to earth you are and how approachable you are. It's incredible. It's really incredible because sometimes when people get to the level of success that you are, they got to get a little snooty, I guess, if you will.
Well, let me tell you, it does happen sometimes, but I want to make sure that does not happen to me because I don't like that. I don't like it when people are snooty to me. So why should I be snooty to them? No. Down to earth is very key to continue being successful and enjoying your success. I mean,
I love it.
Listen, you got to work hard to get to where you get.
Yes.
And it wasn't easy. You fall down quite a few times. What do? You get right back up and you keep doing it. And that's just life.
That is life. It's so true.
Yeah.
And so how did you get into interior design?
This is my favorite question. Everybody says, why did you choose interior design? Well, guess what? I didn't choose interior design. It chose moi. It chose me.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
How? You know how? I actually wanted to be a fashion designer. Can you tell?
Can you tell?
Well, this is my work clothes. You know, we were sketching earlier. I got probably black Sharpie all over my hand. I'm still a hand sketcher.
A woman who works. Definitely
yeah, Renaissance woman, by hand, sketch a baby, that tracing paper. No, it did. It chose me because I entered a design scholarship back in high school. I wanted to do fashion, but the criteria for the free A being, when you're a senior, you want to skip that last day, no exam, you got a free extra day. So I entered the interior design contest and I won for the Art Institute of Fort Lauderdale. So free college, yay!
Oh, that's incredible! Wow,
yeah,
very neat.
Yeah.
So you've had such a diverse portfolio of your life. What part of the process or your approach has never changed since when you started to now? Is there anything?
What has not changed? And my passion has never changed. My open mind has never changed. My love to people has never changed. My attitude is understanding the person when you design for the person. For example, when's your birthday? Wasn't that the first thing I asked you when I met you?
It is.
I know you're a Cancer.
Yes.
If I know the
wow.
astrology sign of the person I'm designing for, it's a tool. It's not like I'm going to tell you your future or anything. I'm not doing that. I mean, it gives me a direction. I'm not going to design the same interiors for a Cancer, for you, let's say, as I would for, let's say, a Virgo. It's just a whole different type of personality, different needs, and that's the secret of my success. People laugh about it. Why are you asking me my birthday? So
I love it. And I can't believe you remembered my birthday. With as many people that you know and that know you, and you remembered my birthday, I'm actually honored right now. That's amazing.
Yes.
So is there any project that stands out that you've done? I know you've for these projects all over the world, from Dubai and everywhere, a few different places. Tell us about a few places that you've done projects.
Yeah, you know, when you're doing this for 40 years, you end up in different places. I mean, I don't want to be just stuck here in Pompano. I mean, I love Pompano. That's where my office is, but I ended up here and there and everywhere. And it's just travel, you know, it's awesome. And you get to meet a lot of different cultures, you know, and I enjoy that because I do enjoy the people. And no matter what culture, there's only 12 signs. No. No, it's true. So do I remember a specific project? Let me tell you something. Not necessarily.
Yeah.
They all come to mind for their own beauty, their own reason, and for the era. You know, there were eras where I was so focused on this total, I'm going to use the word classic, opulent, palatial look. And that's all I did. And then I had to turn it around and go back to modern, which, by the way, I started out as modern and then went to classic and then modern and then classic. Now both. Now you're fusing it. You got to do a little bit of everything. Always reinventing.
We're always
myself.
reinventing.
Yeah.
So I find your work is bold, layered, and unapologetically luxurious.
I don't do boring.
I love that. I love that heading. I literally
I can't.
repeat your little saying after watching our TV.
I mean, you're not bored yet, are you?
Never. You
bored.
can't be bored.
Are you guys bored yet? Not.
You will not be
you
bored.
didn't switch the, what do you call it? Well, the ones that left, they're missing this.
Yes,
sorry.
Exactly. So, so I say that. Where does your vision come from? Is it just something you were born with? You feel like, is that something taught, learned?
Well, a little bit of both, but I would say 95% is here. It's here. It's in your heart. It's in your soul. Not just the vision, but like I say, the passion, the passion for what you do it's in your heart, it's in your soul. Yes, you got to go and you got to learn, whether you learned in school or just from years of experience and from just recreating and doing that. It's within you. That's where it comes from. It comes from here.
I know. I feel like you can learn certain things about it from drawings, architectural, but the vision, the creative side of it, I feel that you have to be born with that. Yes. So what's one color or material you absolutely love using?
Well, color, of course, purple.
Yes.
I mean, they do call me Purple Perla.
My God. Yeah, you do have a lot of purple.
Everywhere, you know.
Yes,
I mean, they do call me Purple Perla. That's my favorite color, which represents passion, represents royalty and spirituality, in case you need to know. And what was the other thing?
And so the material and the color. So you said purple.
Velvets, chenilles, anything that you can touch and feel. Textures. I love textures.
Textures. I do too. Yeah. All right. So on the flip side, is there any trend or design element that you absolutely hate?
Not really. I don't hate anything. I love everything in its own way. And not that I have to live with it. I wouldn't do it in my house. But if somebody says something that I don't like, I just have to figure out how to incorporate it so it works for them. You know, like I gotta say, I'm tired of the wine gray because that went on for so long. The wine gray. There's more than 50 shades of gray. But the point being is that if that's what people want, I have to, as a designer, think of how to make it work for them.
Right.
But so as a designer, I think that's key, to not put so much your own personal preferences into their home, because at the end of the day, they're waking up in that house, they're living in that house, and they're the ones that have to enjoy that house. So you should put it together for them, not for yourself.
I love that. I love to hear that. So who or what inspires you outside the world of interiors? Any unexpected sources or a person of creativity?
I don't know if a particular person, but no, just world travel. I like to travel the world. I like to see, again, the different cultures, the different history. I love history. I get inspired. I mean, I could be in Portugal and see a tile design and an architectural detail, and it'll inspire me to create something in a bathroom. I'm always thinking work. It's not really work, you know.
Right,
like
exactly.
I'm traveling,
when you love what you do, it's not work.
Exactly. You know what I mean.
Yes, I do.
Makes sense.
So you exude confidence. Is this something you were born with, or
what? Oh, I'm so scared. Are you filming this?
I know, you're so shy, Perla. You're so shy, and I had to really pull her out of her shell. No, but were you born with that always? Did you devolve?
No, believe it or not, as I was a child, I don't think I was that confident. I have my shy moments. Don't get me wrong. It just
Mhm.
depends if you're in your element. That goes with, I think most people, when they're in their elements and they feel comfortable with what they're doing, they're going to feel a lot more comfortable and confident.
Yeah.
But if you're in a place where, oh my God, you don't speak the language and you know what's going on, and of course you're not going to be as comfortable. I don't know. I would think that's how people are for the most part. But I'm confident about what I do. Yes,
Yeah.
that you
Yeah.
got.
I love it.
Yeah.
So, I had already touched on the question about being down to earth. So we've already decided you are. Do you think ego is necessary in the world of design?
I don't think ego is necessary. Period. I think ego is what makes the world unfortunately get into trouble. The
Yeah.
ego gets on the way, and there goes the creativity. The ego gets on the way, and there goes like, oh, all of a sudden you're like the ego comes. So what? Who's talking? People think Perla Lichi, oh, wow. I have like zero ego.
I love
Maybe
this.
a
This
little
is
bit,
great to learn this about
but
you.
I don't want to have an ego because at the end of the day, yes, I work hard to where I am and what I've done, and it hasn't been easy. Nothing ever worth it is. But what do I need an ego for? Is that going to pay my bills? The ego's not going to pay my bills. The ego's not going to make me better than the client's going to say, oh yeah, look, she's got a great ego. Let me hire her. Not. Just
Not.
saying.
I love it.
No.
I love it. And this
Nah.
is what I'm very excited to share with everybody about how down to earth she is. So
I love it.
this is the best part. I love sharing.
Thank you.
What would one thing that people would be surprised to learn about you that we don't know about you?
Maybe that.
Maybe that, right? That's true. That's actually true. That's a good
more
one.
down to
But
earth
do you like to
person.
stay home in your pajamas secretively and eat ice cream? Like
I don't even have a pajamas. I wear t-shirts.
Okay.
Funny t-shirts, you know. I don't even own a pair of slippers. I own 600 pairs of boots. I'm a boot freak. Yeah, I love boots.
Do you wear boots to bed?
Well, it depends on who's there. I'm
Okay,
teasing. I'm
okay.
teasing.
That's
I
part
love you.
two. That's part two of the video.
Stay
That's
tuned,
not
baby.
rated R one. This is
I
a
love
PG.
you. No, I'm a shoe boot freak. I'm a clothing freak. I mean, that was my frustrated fashion designer thing, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
So,
Oh, yes, that's
but
true.
whatever, I might as well own it, you know. So,
So, how has your idea of success changed from when you started? What would you define success actually? For anyone out there that's listening,
that's a good
even
question. The idea of success. I would say, for me, the idea of success, not success, success, success. What's going on?
It is Friday.
Oh, it's Friday. Wait, I need a drink for that.
I know, we do.
Wait, what's this? Water? Really?
Yes.
Salute, baby.
Salute.
Cheers. I love
Happy
it.
Friday out there, people. So, okay, so back to
Idea of
success.
success is, look, leaving my mark in this world would be a good success because, for example, I've published 7 books. And they're all about design, about the different styles that I've evolved through the years. I started back my first book was published 97, I believe. And the last book was just released a year ago. So 7 books throughout. To me, that's a success because when I'm not here, the books will still be here.
You're leaving a legacy.
There's a legacy.
You are creating
and
a legacy.
That going? Where's that going?
Yeah.
My family, my children, you know. To me, that's a success. It's not so much, I'm going to say, the bank and the money. Yeah, hell, that we all need that to pay bills and to live and all that. That's important. But the success is whatever legacy you will leave. Now I'm working on my show. You know, I think that will be a legacy. You know, because that's something that even again when I'm not here, people may watch and say, "Oh yeah, I remember that nut. She was funny." You know, I think that would be. Oh yeah, I learned from her. I learned some tricks, some design tricks. You know what? Oh, the decor diva or Perla Lichi said you should do this when it comes to that. If I can teach and share my knowledge from over whatever 40 some years or whatever much longer I continue doing this, to me that's success. Sharing and giving back to the world where people will remember.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
That's a good success.
Yes, 100%. That's beautiful. So, what advice would you give your younger self? Not about business, but just about life.
Well, advice
that you would give your younger self, or even younger people. The young generation. Give your younger self what advice?
Advice. Well, I guess I could tell everybody that things don't come easy. And don't expect anything because expectations lead to disappointments. It's good to wish and to hope and to go for your goals, and don't expect because it's just not going to happen the way you expect it. Sometimes things happen for the best, the way not the way you planned or you expected, but at the end of the day think positive because there's always a direction where life will take you. So my advice would be don't expect things
Yeah,
because they're not going to happen by themselves. You got to work for it.
you do. You do. Even in today's generation, though, do you feel that? Because sometimes I
Especially
do
today's
feel.
generation.
Yeah, yeah,
Especially today's generation because I mean, nowadays with the different technology and everything, the things are much easier to do. You got the AI doing the thing for you, as to where before you had to think of and do it. Now you have computers doing it for you. It's a different generation. So I feel that doing it on your own is definitely going to enrich in your, of course, your soul, your career, and your success. And I don't know. I mean, another thing I want to say, since you say advice, is try to find your own niche because what's good for me may not good be for them, or what's good for her may not be good for him. So I don't know.
yeah,
I can go on. I can think of 20 of them.
yeah. Well, you're
So
definitely inspiration to me,
yeah,
and I'm sure
thank you.
several other people.
Thank you.
So we're gonna do fun. We're gonna do what's called our rapid fire questions. So
Oh, I
they're
am a
gonna be
fire sign.
you. Oh, that's well. There you go. That's why they're called rapid fire Perla
I
questions.
love it.
So, what is something you're still learning even now?
What am I still learning? I learn every day different things. Maybe not the same thing over and over again, but every day I learn something new. Not
Okay.
if I didn't learn something already and I'm still learning it, then I gotta be no disrespectful. Like, what's going on, Perla? You learned that lesson. There's new lessons coming.
Yes.
I don't believe you're learning the same thing over and over again. I believe once you learn something, you move on, you go to the next level, you learn something new. But every day, you want to know the day I'm not going to learn something
That's going to be what the
when
last
I'm not
day.
here.
Exactly. I knew that was
So
coming.
as
It's
because
true.
it's the
It's true.
reality.
It is the
If you can learn
reality.
something every day and always something new every day, then you know you're in the right track. But
That's true. That's true.
I don't know. Maybe that's how I would like to
I
answer
love
that.
it.
Yeah.
So now we're going to go some quick one. Most worn item in your closet.
This
And what does
my
that
eye.
mean?
This is my third eye, so I can see you better. No, no. This is the most worn item. It's a pendant of an eye, and it's a good luck thing. It's traditional for my culture. I'm a Greek and Turkish, and it's just the evil eye.
I
It
love it.
protects
I
me.
love it.
But
Very
other than
cool.
that, I try to change boots all the time. This one. That would be it.
What's your current obsession, design related or not?
You mean other than boots?
Boots. Other than boots.
Boots, belts,
Boots,
bags,
belts, boots,
anything
bags.
beautiful. I turned
Yeah,
3 rooms into a boutique.
I know.
You
I'm going to give
know,
a tour of the room as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
If you weren't doing design, what would you be doing?
I will be trying to think of what else is close to design, but I would say art. I like to paint.
Mm-hmm.
I like to create anything with my hands. I like to knit. I make those throws like that one there. Like when I like to. I like to create. I made this ball. I like anything creative. It doesn't have to be design, meaning interior design.
Interior design.
Anything to create anything that's color, texture, create.
So at
So
your
I don't
house
know.
for the holidays, you like decorate the table and everything. I
Everything.
bet you
Yeah.
it's gorgeous.
Yeah, I don't cook anything. I just
Right. You just
bring the food ready made, whatever, but the
right.
table,
The table will be
it's all about the
set.
decor. I don't
I
care about the
love
food,
it.
yeah. And the wine. Yeah.
Okay, finish this sentence for me. A space feels like home
When it's yours, when it feels like it's you. I mean, for me, it feels like home when it's just me. Like I would say that because it's my essence, it's my textures, my colors, my comfort. When everything is just balanced, that's how I would call it home. In my case, it may not feel home for you because it's all a lot. I mean, it's like purples, fuchsias.
right, of course.
So, that would be for me. And I would think people would feel the same way because if I'm able to accomplish, let's say I'm designing for that person and I accomplish the right textures, the right essence, I capture their essence, I capture the comfort, the everything, the scale, the proportion, they're going to feel at home. I would think they would say the same. I don't know.
Yeah.
But for me, yeah, it's just the comfort of it, the essence.
All right, speaking since we're here in South Florida, do you have a favorite local restaurant or hotspot that you like?
Hmm. I don't know. I like that D'Angelo's. They have a great carpaccio. I
Yeah.
like the
Do you go out
carpaccio.
a lot? Because your work is going out. For me, I find that go
Mm,
for work. Do you go out
It
a lot?
depends. I mean, I go out for special occasions. I'm working a lot, so sometimes we'll go out after work. If I don't want to go home, we'll go for a happy hour with the girls, whatever. But
Right.
not really.
Yeah. I don't
I
because I
work
feel
a
like
lot.
my work is
I work
yeah,
a lot.
and our work is so fun and
Work is fun, and I
exactly.
incorporate my. I'm going to use the word going out
Yeah.
with work, and I do have grandchildren, so I dedicate the weekends to
I've
them for
seen them.
sure.
They're
That to me,
adorable. You look
that's a
like such
blessing.
a fun grandma.
That
Oh
to me.
my gosh.
Oh
I would have loved
no,
for you
no,
to be my
grandma, no
grandma.
G word,
Oh,
no
I
G
can't
word.
say that word. What do we call you?
Nana. Oh, if they were
Nana.
here, they would say,
They would be like,
she said, Grandma, excuse me, do you see any grandmas here? No, she's a Nana.
she's a Nana.
They're
Oh,
my
sorry.
daughters. I know it's okay.
Well, if we had
I
a
let that
special
one go.
videographer behind us, we'd have him edit that out. But it's staying.
It's okay.
We're
They watch
sorry.
this, they'll be defending it.
Exactly.
They're well
Exactly.
trained. They're great.
So on that note, to conclude on this, we are going to be able to see more of you.
I can't wait.
I can't wait. And where are we going to see you? Let's go. Tell us a little bit more about your show.
Okay, so it's the Decor Diva by Perla Lichi, which is a show, and it's a series with different episodes showing how to well, I'll give you a little synopsis. To take design challenges into design solutions in a fun, exciting way. A lot of tricks up my sleeve coming up from that show. I got a long sleeve. So a lot of design tricks coming out, on different projects that we've done, different projects that we're doing. It's kind of like a sort of reality show. You could see it from beginning to end, how the project, the concept from concept to creation to completion. And it's fun because I can't do boring. So the show, you won't be bored and you learn.
That's and you learn at the same. Oh, and you know what? I think the best way to learn is when you're laughing and having fun.
Exactly.
I wish my teachers were like that when I was growing up, especially my history teacher. It was so boring that I didn't learn anything.
No, you got it.
He would have been you and like writing in on, it's all like would have been more expressive. I would have learned.
You'd be laughing. You'd be learning.
Laughing and learning.
I love that.
I love it.
Yeah, no.
Well, I'm excited. So, where are they going to be able to tune in to watch
It's going to be on many platforms like Prime Video, on Apple TV, Vizio. It's going to be a big distribution, and it's going to start. We're going to announce it when it comes. It's going to be June 1st.
June 1st. Awesome. My birthday month. Yes. My birthday month. Yes. Awesome. Well, what I'm going to ask is I'm going to go and see some behind the scenes on how you get the room started from scratch, from your Sharpie to the full design.
Oh, yeah.
I'm very excited to see and learn about that. So, all right, let's go do that.
Let's do it. All right. Let me go pull some Sharpies. Yes. Fun stuff.
Because she don't do boring. Yes. So tell us how you work here, Perla. I want to see what goes behind putting a whole project together.
Behind the scenes?
Yes, behind the scenes.
My best friend.
Wow. What is that?
This is the tracing paper.
Wow. Okay.
Everything gets hand sketched. And when I say a Sharpie, I mean it. I will hand sketch the layout. Like, here we go.
But where do you get this? So this comes from the rendering?
This is the floor plan.
Right.
We first take the plan from the client.
Okay.
Of course, once I understand their look, their style, and all of that, I will create the space planning, the floor plan, the layout, where all the furniture fits. Once we know where the furniture fits, boom, 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 you do a layout. You do it. I do it to scale by eye. Okay. After 40 years, you just know.
You just know.
You can go ahead and measure it to the inch.
Okay.
Can't help it. It is, Once that's done, I always say the ceiling is the icing on the cake. So we do an overlay. If you notice, it's the same plan, but now we're going to design the ceiling. So this fits right on top.
Oh, wow.
See what it says, reflected ceiling plan. So this ceiling fits over the dining table, all to scale, over the kitchen island with 3 pendants, the living room, and it's showing the LED. We're into LED because LED is the future. I mean, you can dim it, you can do so much with it. And now we're integrating new materials. So we're placing all the materials. And when I say the materials, as we design each item, we lay
So
by
this is
room.
like the roof, and that's the bottom.
Correct. So you go
Okay.
from top
to bottom.
to bottom and everything in between.
Okay,
And
cool.
then we go with the materials. And the girl wanted Tiffany blue.
Okay.
So we start with Tiffany blue slab. This is going to be backlit.
Okay.
When you put a light underneath, like I showed you the panel, this will be backlit. Let me see if I can.
Very cool. I wonder if that'll work. Let's see.
Oh yeah, let's see. Let's get a little flashlight.
Okay.
All right, let's see how much of a.
Oh, it's working. Oh, very cool.
So when I say backlit, let there be light. The whole backlit.
Amazing.
Tiffany blue will be on the bar and many accents that you'll see. So the materials start out from our accent colors. As you know, I love color.
Yes, yes,
you are
I
colorful.
do. Yes, I'm colorful with you.
So that's going to be, okay. So we have that. By the way, before we do the colors, of course, we do our background textures. We are into texture wallpapers.
Oh my God, that's going to be gorgeous. Is this going with the Tiffany blue,
That's going to be, yeah, because it's a beach. In this particular case, we're doing a beach style chic with Tiffany blue, bringing the water, the ocean. So you can see the materials.
Oh my God, that's gorgeous. This is so fun.
Very organic.
Oh my gosh.
So now you can touch and feel. Then we sketch after the ceiling. We're actually going to sketch.
I love this.
Like I say, I love that tracing paper. Here's the wall unit sketched out.
Oh, wow. I don't even know how that.
Oh, yeah. It's all sketched out.
Beautiful house
with that fabulous Sharpie. You need that Sharpie. So it tells you everything. It tells you where the wallpaper goes. It tells you, and I even give sizes because I took the scale. It fits right on the plan. This is exactly where it fits, right here. Okay?
Okay.
The whole wall.
Oh, okay, I got it. Yes.
Across. We're doing a feature wall.
Right.
We choose the materials, yada, 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 yada. We design an area rug.
Oh my gosh.
Then after we design the area rug, we choose every color of the rug.
Oh my god.
Pom-poms. So there's your color integration.
So cool.
And on and on and on and on. Then we design the bar that I was telling you that's going to be backlit.
Oh, that's gorgeous. This is what's going to go.
All right, enough with the tracing paper. Let me show you the real
Let's go get to the real stuff.
After all that's done, that bar that you just saw sketched out.
Oh my gosh. We're ready.
Rendering.
Drum roll.
There's the rendering.
Look at
so that bar sketch.
Oh my gosh, is that going to be gorgeous?
So now we can show the material, we show the sketches, we show the backlit slab. We're doing something interesting up here.
I love that.
I want it to look like you threw, you know, when you throw a drop in the water, it ripples.
Oh, yeah.
You throw it on the floor, guess what?
Oh, wow.
It's on the ceiling now. Throw it up and it's going to ripple. So it's a backlit, amazing water on the ceiling with the ceilings that I just showed you laid out. That's that.
I love it.
Now you see all the pieces. There's the
so guys, it starts with this here and ends up with a beautiful rendering that like that, and that really gives the vision for somebody like me who can't quite tell that this is how my house is going to look. I can't visualize it. But this, I can.
It just every wall that was sketched out on this.
That's gorgeous.
My best friend. You know how many rolls of tracing paper I go?
I thought it was. I thought this was for like cookies. You can't put cookies on this.
You know
what's that paper that you cook cookies?
Tracing paper. Oh, you can bake cookies with this.
Can you bake cookies with it? See, I bake cookies with it. Exactly. Oh, I love nuts. You're a nut. Exactly.
Lychee nut.
Lychee nuts.
So that's the plan. So you know,
that's how it all works, guys. That's so cool.
No.
We're gonna pick a few. We're gonna pick.
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.